Okay, so the like that derp derp derp. Hello again, and welcome to another episode of Actual Wine and Dollies. It's like, so this week, what have I been up to? Well, I haven't gone thrifting, at all. I've just kind of decided that I'm going to work on some of my other stuff, I guess. At least this week. But I did go to some stores and buy some non-thrifted dolls. So, I don't know if that's any better, because I definitely spent more money than I probably should have this week. So I'm just going to start with the dolls that I have recently purchased versus projects I've been kind of fiddling around with this week. There's been a few, I guess. Nothing really crazy, though, I don't think. Not really. Anyway, let's just get started. So first up, Holiday Barbie 2016 now has a made-to-move body. I finally found one of the orange top made-to-move dolls, and it's a decent match, I think. It definitely changed the proportions of her dress, like how it actually fits her. So I just decided to cut the plastic thing off, and I just dressed it up with a belt and a necklace. I think it looks a lot better. It's definitely not at all Christmassy to me, but it is much more elegant, I think. I don't know if you can even see her. But yeah. She is still super pretty. I can't get over how pretty she is. But I definitely like her a lot more now that I've cut that plastic thing off. So the weird thing about the orange top made to move doll is that Holiday Barbie's head matches the made to move body, but the made to move head does not match Claudette's body, which is a little strange to me, but whatever. I don't really care for this head at all. I don't like the Leah sculpt. But, yeah, I just thought it was weird that it didn't match 100%, because that's a little weird. I keep saying it's weird, but it is weird that it would go one way but not the other. Okay, so next up, I was a little late to the large size Monster High doll party, but I finally picked this girl up, and I'm not sure how I feel about her yet. Her hair is crap. I'm just going to put that right out there. Flat out garbage. It's dry, it's frizzy, it feels really thin to me, and I feel like it would have done a lot better if it was longer. It just feels, I don't know. Maybe if I recurled it, it would be better, because I did wash all the product out of her hair, and I just kind of braided it to keep it out of her face. But as far as the actual body goes, I do like it. I like the posability. I liked the the posability and articulation are almost the same thing. But I like the design of it. It is very much just a larger Monster High doll with, I don't know if it has more range of motion. I'm guessing it does. Just because she can actually touch her face and very simply. And I was actually surprised how similar the articulation on this doll is to what came out later, which would have been the made-to-move body. Just because of the jointing, it's very similar. Even on the legs, it's very similar. But yeah, overall, I'm not sure if I'm going to repaint her, just because I do find her makeup around her eyes especially is a little distracting, and I just don't know where to focus when I look at her. I did try to glue fake lashes to her face, but I couldn't get them even, and it just looked really bad. But I did like the idea of it, so I might try again. But I'm still debating on if I'm going to paint over her eyes or if I'm going to try to recurl her hair or not re-root her, that'd be insane, but re-wig her just to make her a little more personable to me. So we'll see. And I still need to redress her. I haven't really done anything other than wash her hair so far. But yeah, for a doll that I found on sale, or clearance I should say, she's alright. I think I would have preferred maybe one of the other characters, maybe Frankie or even Claudine. But I'm okay with this one, I guess. So yeah, there's that. And oddly enough, I think that has been the only doll purchases I've made this week. It doesn't seem like a lot at all. Only 2 dolls. 3 dolls. 2 dolls. 2 dolls. I can't count. That is terrible. So I guess I'll just move right along to projects I've been working on. I've kind of been trying to make my way through my pile of thrifted dolls that I just kind of been collecting and not doing anything with. Okay, so this doll here is an Island Fun Miko that I thrifted and I have since rebodied onto a fashionista body. I still need to touch up her eyebrows, but overall she cleaned up fairly well because her hair was literally a rat's nest of failure. The one thing I noticed is that I didn't know this doll actually had this, but she's got ringlet curls. Tons of ringlet curls, which gave her hair crazy amount of volume, but also crazy amount of tangles. And it actually cleaned up fairly well. There is some breakage, and it's still very floofy, very big. But I'm actually really happy with how she came out, and I really like her. So now I have 3 Kira Miko sculpt dolls, Oriental sculpt Barbie. I don't know if I'll get more or not, but they are kind of fun. And I do enjoy this sculpt. So we'll see. If I find more thrifting, I can't promise I won't say no to them. Let's just put it that way. Okay, so this next doll actually appeared in my last video. But John suggested the idea of combining the Moonbeam Traveler head with my DC superhero girl doll body. And I actually really like the result. I think she is super adorable like this. And she also stole the dress from the other Barbie, but that's what you get. But yeah, overall, the head really works on this body because it has that bulbous neck joint. And I don't know, I guess the only thing I'm not too keen on is the way the arms look. But that is just, you know, this dress. I could have picked something better for her to wear to kind of mask that a little more. But her legs are ridiculously long. Ridiculously. So she has that shoujo anime girl feel, which I do enjoy. I also gave her made to move Barbie hands just to make her a little different. So there's that. Also fun. And on that note, I also ended up giving the superhero girl hands to my LA girl, which makes her a lot more expressive. And I really wish Mattel would do something with different hands like Integrity does, because it's just a lot more fun. And who doesn't love different hand poses that you can do? It's just, I don't know. They need to get up on that because I just really enjoy it. I don't know, hand... As far as the hand size goes on this swap that I did, these hands are a tiny bit small for my liking, but they do still work with the body, which is awesome. And it's kind of fun trying to just find different hands to swap around just to see what you can come up with to make dolls more fun, I guess. Okay, now I'm just having fun with it. Like, see, that's fun. So much fun. Fun. Okay, so I have been thrifting a lot more Artie Ken bodies. And while I was trying to find them for a fixer-upper on a Stardoll Sean body, which I ended up fixing another way. I've just kind of been accumulating bodies. So my Mattel Kristoff head that I thrifted ended up on one of them, and he maintained his range of motion that I've kind of created for him by using my bread tab method of head modding. So that's all right with me. I also did acetone shrink this head, and it sort of shrank. When I acetone shrunk it, I used nail polish remover, and it was a very slow process. I've shrank other heads with nail polish remover, and it's literally they grow big, they grow small again. This head though, it didn't get any bigger, so I'm like, it didn't get any bigger, so I just assumed it was a failure, and I've just kind of dried the head off, cleaned it up, and tossed it aside in my parts box. And then when I went and looked at it again, it actually did shrink. It just was really slow, I'm assuming, and not very evident that it was actually going to do anything because it didn't absorb. Well, I didn't think it absorbed anything. But yeah, so now it works a little better on a body. It's not so bulbous, and it's a lot more... I almost said fun. I've been saying fun a lot for some reason. Not everything is fun, Chris. Not everything is fun. But dolls are fun. Okay, so this guy, I just kind of thrifted him, and I was going to use his body for other things. But I decided he was really, really cute, and just kind of cleaned him up and redressed him in this, I think it's a Taeyang outfit, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. And he just looks super cute. Like, I can't get over how good he turned out. And there's no product in his hair. I just kind of washed him, and that was it. I was actually thinking about rerouting him, but I ended up liking his hair so much after I cleaned it and everything that he's safe from any sort of modding, which is his lucky day. But this means I have to find some other victim. Okay, last but not least is this High School Musical Sharpay, Sharpie, I don't know how to, it's probably Sharpay, Sharpay head that I've put onto a hybrid body that I've created this week, which is a Mattel Jazzy torso and fashionista arms and film director Barbie legs. And overall, I really enjoy the proportions of this doll, just because she is smaller than regular Barbie because of the mod. The torso is smaller. And I was actually able to use John's acetone goop plastic melty thing to kind of seam her back together after I hacked her open, which was awesome. I didn't have the best go of it, though, in the fact that I wasn't very organized when I started, and yeah, I didn't do the best job on her, like her neck's already split back open. But I could always fix that. Yeah. I think the issue ended up being that the neck connector I used wasn't originally for this body, and it was a little too large. And when I attached the head, it caused it to twist inside and split the neck open. So, lesson learned. I just have to fix that and then reconnect it, or just reconnect it. Not really work. I'm not too concerned anyway. Overall, I'm still 100% happy with this mod, and I would probably do it again. Another thing I like is that her chest is much smaller than Barbie, just because it's Jazzy's torso. So that makes her really stand out when she's in my doll lineup as something unique, and I do appreciate that. Also, this head is really cute. For a big smile doll, she does photograph well, and she does look really cute, and she does come across as cute and not creepy, which is a bonus. Okay, so another thing I did that isn't complete is I fixed my Jake body, which had a busted neck joint, and I just kind of rammed another neck connector from a Barbie onto the body. So it will hold a head. I just have to decide which head. But this body, I'm almost tempted to paint. Um, but I also have some Ever After High bodies I could paint. And I'm not sure which I would prefer to paint, I guess. Just because this body is a little harder to find. And it does match normal skin tones very well. And the Ever After High bodies, unless they are a hunter, don't really match much, from my experience anyway. I guess my only concern with painting these bodies is that the hands are soft, not only on this body, but on the Ever After High bodies. And I just don't have much luck with painting that sort of stuff. So I did ask on Tumblr, and I did get some really good advice on painting that sort of thing. I just need to get better quality stuff, basically, and maybe a little bit more patience. So once I can hunt down the proper materials, I think I'm going to try painting a body, and hopefully by that point I will decide which body, because I do have a custom in mind, and I actually did buy the clothing for that custom. I just haven't actually made the custom. So, project in the works. Little excited. As far as my PJ reroute, I haven't done anything to her this week. I just haven't been in the mood to reroute. And I did wipe some heads to try painting on. So we'll see how that goes. That's another thing that's falling into sort of needing proper materials to paint and then actually painting. So hopefully that gets done this week. We shall see. I've have so much, I don't know, I'm just so inspired to create. I just haven't actually created anything, and that in itself is frustrating to me. The biggest challenge I'm facing is motivating myself to actually start projects, because my problem is I think about the big picture and how much time it's going to take me to do it, and then I don't do anything. I find something else to do that I can actually manage to do in one sitting. Just because the way my brain works is if I have to get it done in one sitting. Like I have to sit there from start to finish. I have to complete this project, otherwise it doesn't get finished. Kind of like my PJ head. Like I'm about a quarter of the way through that reroute, and I just can't motivate myself to finish it. So hopefully next week I have at least one project completed that I can show you guys. Because that'd be great. That would be super great. So I'm going to try my best, make a schedule maybe of when I can work on things. I do have some free time coming up, so that's a bonus. I just need to narrow down which project I'm going to work on and actually work on it. So this has been another episode of Wine and Dollies. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.